Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. In AA meetings, members present themselves with the phrase, "Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'm an alcoholic." In today's episode, we're going to talk about the concept of acceptance, which is so important when it comes to overcoming insomnia. We're going to apply it to two examples: when you cannot fall asleep and when you're looking for the root cause of your insomnia. I wish I could convey to you accurately how excited I am to have you back here. I really am. And if you're new to the channel, then a big welcome to you, of course. Today, as mentioned, we're going to talk about this concept of acceptance. I've been pondering this for quite a while, and I think now this thought process has matured to a point where I really want to share it with you. So, as you all know, we've seen in popular culture, all of us, I'm sure, how in these like AA meetings, members say, "I'm Daniel and I'm an alcoholic," and then start to tell their story or how they're doing, etc. And I believe, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure that the reason this practice is in place is that if you have not accepted the fact that you're an alcoholic, it's pointless. Like, there's nothing to work from. There's no foundation. If you're still in this phase where everybody believes that you have a problem, but you yourself think that, I just like to have a drink here and there, that's it. Then, you have not accepted the problem. You are still kind of delusional to it, and you cannot overcome it. There's no foundation to build on. So how does this apply to insomnia? Well, I believe, in fact, there are multiple instances where this is super important to insomnia. And by the way, so many other problems that we face as well. But I thought about two specific examples where I think this could be really, really helpful to think about. So one of them is, I can't fall asleep. You have gone to bed and, 5, 10, 20, 15 minutes later, you're like wide awake, you're alert. You feel this tension and you know that you're not going to fall asleep. Now, what a lot of people do is that they don't accept that it's not time to sleep. They fight it. They like try to force themselves to sleep, shut their eyes, just lay down, lay still, think about nothing, count sheep, like just try to do something to make themselves fall asleep, which is, of course, I have 100% empathy and understanding for that. No question you want to sleep, otherwise you wouldn't be tuning into this, right? But one has to accept that this is not a time for sleep. You are not going to fall asleep if you feel this way. And if you accept that, then you can find an alternative. You can explore alternatives. Like, you could say, okay, I'm not going to fall asleep right now. Therefore, I'm going to do the laundry, or I'm going to read a book or listen to a podcast, or I'm not particularly concerned about somebody saying, I'm going to watch a movie if that's not, particularly engaging or disruptive to you, if you know that. And I think another thing that's so important here is that acceptance is not the same thing as resignation. Resignation is like, I give up, I'm not going to try anymore. Like, I just go, which is very different from acceptance. Acceptance is just merely, accepting the reality, just very factually accepting the reality. So that was one important example. I think, if you cannot fall asleep, if you know you cannot sleep, accept that and do something else, explore other options until you feel like, now I can fall asleep, and then you go back to bed, right? And another one, I think this is a very important one too, is the following. A lot of people with insomnia are in a desperate, search for the cause. Some typical examples: a vitamin deficiency, a hormonal imbalance, or feeling like there's somehow like the sleep switch is broken and trying to find out why it's broken or something like that. Of course, with the goal of then fixing it, finding that right supplement, hormonal replacement or something like that will fix the insomnia. Now, as we've talked about a lot on this channel, there is no such like single thing that is causing insomnia. Rather, insomnia is caused by, it's a little different for everyone, of course, but typically, something happens, you have a hard time sleeping, and then you become worried about that. You try to solve it. You try all these things, and the pursuit of sleep actually becomes the problem of insomnia. So anyway, going back to the like that search for that one thing that is the problem. If you accept, if you get to a point where you accept that no, there isn't that one thing, it isn't that my metabolism is off, or I have a vitamin deficiency, or my body temperature is not right, or there is no such specific thing. Once you've accepted that, you are ready to overcome, you're ready to solve the problem. You're ready to implement, the technique we talk about in this channel, the CBTI techniques that are so helpful, and you will be successful once you've accepted that. So, hope this was helpful for you. Acceptance, super important concept. And if you have a question, a comment, anything like that, please send me an email, daniel@insomniainsight.co, or leave a comment here. And I hope to have you back here real soon. Until then, take it easy.